is Harvey Elwood, and we're here at First Steps. We're at Williams Chapel, AME Church, right on Glover Street, right? And this, of course, is Miss Lamara Sanders. She's the director of Orangeburg County First Steps. And tell us what we have here today, if you will.
Thank you, Mr. Elwood. We have Community Day, and we have about 50 kids that are learning and having a great time as they learn. We have a petting zoo, story time, arts and crafts, and so much more for them. It is a fabulous day here at First Steps.
Now, tell us what First Steps is, the idea behind it, and its goals.
Okay, well, first, the idea behind First Steps is to make sure that every child is ages 0 to 5 are ready to enter school. As academically, we make sure that they are healthy. We do our best to make sure that they are safe and that they are learning as much as possible. So that's our overarching goal, and we work with members of the community, we work with school districts, and we work with child development centers throughout the county to realize this particular goal.
And the faith-based community as well.
And absolutely, the faith-based community, as you know, we're right here, and we are collaborating with anybody in the faith-based community who wants to work with First Steps.
Hi, this is Bertie Howard. I'm a board member at Orangeburg County First Steps. First Steps is a statewide initiative, and in every county there are programs that work with families, child care workers, and community centers to make certain that our youngsters are ready to succeed when they go to public school. And here in Orangeburg County, we do several things. We work with child care centers. We have a quality enhancement program so that we work with them to do lesson planning. We have grants available for equipment and supplies. We have directors training, and then we also have a staff member who can go in and work with the staff of the center to make sure that they're operating well.
I also saw a lot of teachers or teachers in training. What was that about? Tell us about that.
Sure. I mean, let me just also tell you about one other program. We have a home visitor program, and that person actually goes into homes where there are preschoolers, and they work with the parents to talk about activities they can do at home, choosing books, what are good toys, but again, working with that family so that the child is starting out at home getting prepared to go to school. So then when I work with teachers, we have teacher trainings. Again, we have one-on-one so that we have a staff person who goes into the center, because that's, again, a very good part of the foundation, because they're with that child, you know, the majority of the day of the child's waking hours, Sure. And so we want to, again, make sure that they have the requisite skills and information to be able to, again, give that child a good learning experience while they're at the center.
You yourself were educated, right, in that assumption? No, yeah.
I have worked with child care, 40, 50 years ago, but yes, I do have some experience.
Did someone hand these lessons off to you when you were younger that made you want to continue to pass this tradition on of reaching younger people?
Well, both my parents were educators. Okay. My neighbors were educators. I mean, I can remember my mother, when I was in the first grade, sent me next door.
Having a wonderful time out here. Our children are learning so much. Reading is very important, and to start off early, and we're just excited about today.
It is. This is my first time. This is actually our first time here, and the kids are just enjoying it, and I'm overwhelmed, and the kids are very overwhelmed, and they're having an exciting time.
I am reading a story entitled Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes.
Did someone do this for you?
Yes, sir, when I was little.
So now you're passing it on.
Now I'm passing.
Each one teach one, is that
That's
it?
right. Each one reach one.
Anthony Broughton is from Claflin University. Call Me Mr. Program. You're the director, is that right?
I am.
Tell us about the program and tell us why you guys are out here today.
So the program is geared toward recruiting minority males into the education profession. We know that minority males make up less than 1% of our nation's teachers, and we need more minority males in the school system. Today, we are joining the Orangeburg First Steps with their Community Day. We have our students from the Project Pipeline, which is a recruitment mechanism for high school students. So we Call Me Mr. are partnering with Project Pipeline under Claflin University to ensure that we are impacting our community through education.
My name is Kate Rowe. Roach, and I work for the Office of First Steps.
All right. So you're out of the Columbia office, is that?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell us how valuably important these programs are.
Oh, they're so critical, these programs for your earliest years. And Orangeburg First Steps does a tremendous job serving the children and families of the county.
How many of these sites are across the state? Do you have any idea of the number?
Well, we have First Steps in every county in South Carolina, so there are 46 local county partnerships.
And there was actually a little station over here where he could sit down and they could actually fondle the baby goat under the supervision of one of the party animal staff members. There was a pony and there were sheep. So again, the teachers were just saying that this probably will be something that will live in their memory for a long time because this was their first exposure to most of these animals.
Can anybody count to 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How long have you been with this program, and how important is it to you personally?
Well, personally, I've been with First Steps going on 5 years, and so it is definitely a part of my personal mission, my personal passion, and so, but First Steps is almost 20 years old, so we are here, but it is our desire to see First Steps continue to grow and grow and grow and impact more children.
And you know, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, it is the passion of people that make programs work, such as First Steps. And of course, Ms. Lamira Sanders, she talks about passion. And for those of you who know her, and for those of you who don't know her, just being introduced to her for the first time, I can tell you this is a passionate community leader and servant of God who's working on behalf of our children. And I want to thank you so much for what you continue to do each and every day for this community and the larger South Carolina community, working with young people and all the other programs that you're involved in.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elwood.